Hello, good people. This is Sam here at She Does the Most, and today we are using 2 packs of Dollar Tree stickers to decorate this spread for the week of April 24th. This has a lot of different components that I will have to break apart to get this done. So let's get into it. You have to say it, baby. So these are those pop out stickers that are kind of double sided, I guess. So the print on the top is also duplicated at the bottom. So it is a mixed bag when you pick these up. It is very possible that they break apart easily, and it is also equally as possible that they take forever to rip apart, and then there's a foam piece in the middle that may not come off very easily. With these flowers, it was very interesting because once I was able to get it apart, it had a box underneath. So usually the image is just duplicated perfectly. This was not the case. So once I separated them, I actually had to just use my tape runner and glue the top to the bottom so that I can have the stem from the bottom but also the flower image from the top. As I struggle through meticulously taking this apart, I am not going to have you go through all of this. I actually end up doing it off camera and separating all the components because it quickly became a nightmare, especially once I broke out those tweezers. So for this spread, I don't do my typical boxes with my washi tape. This actually turned out to be a very, I guess, like simple and spaced out. I just have a few clusters of decoration. It's not dispersed all over the 2 pages, but this probably took the longest amount of time despite how it ended up looking really simple, just from separating all of these components and then having to glue the tops onto the bottom. So I think that it turned out really nice, but my goodness, the work that it actually took to get here. So this is decorated for the first month of the second quarter. If you guys break your years up into quarters, I like to look at it because there are some things that you can't achieve in 1 month, but it's good to kind of spread working on it over a quarter. And I look back at my quarterly goals, especially the first quarter. I don't know what I was on. It was January or maybe the end of December when I was putting this together, and I just thought that it was I guess I thought, I can just achieve anything, and achieved very little of the goals that I set out for the first quarter. And I did write in some of the second quarter previously, and they were pretty conservative, so it wasn't too outlandish. The only thing I had to cross out was Olive's Lion King Jr. performance because she actually didn't go out for the audition in January. And so on here, I have her swim lessons, getting Delilah into swim lessons. I have making a decision on the laundry reno, which we have not done. And then I also have on here launch Instagram, which I have not necessarily done. I'm still trying to wrap my brain around getting everything out for YouTube before incorporating something else. So some things that I did recently add was paying off our credit card. I think I underestimated how long it would take. And although we have made good progress, there is still a lot more on there than I want or I feel comfortable with. So, my hope is to have it all paid off by June, or at least to have a very small balance by June. Something else after that is paid off is to start saving towards our kitchen reno. We want to do an IKEA kitchen, about $10,000. And we already purchased new appliances when we moved into the home. So, what we wanted to do was just focus on the cabinetry and the countertops. Yep, that's about it. And then I also have that I want to make the most of summer. So, I want to focus on getting us just out of the house, doing the most amount of things. It's not even necessarily going somewhere and spending money. You can still make memories and have tons of activities at home. So it's just about being more intentional with that. So let's talk about this new tape runner that I'm using in this video. Before, I think I had the Scott tape runner, if I'm not mistaken, and I had the Bic whiteout. So these new tape runners are a tape runner and whiteout in one. And I had one more roll of whiteout, and I use it a lot in these spreads, and I was almost completely out of the tape. So I decided to purchase this because they look really cool. I like that it was double sided. You know, you can just pull out one item and essentially be able to white out and use tape in one. So, this is a Chinese brand that I purchased from Amazon. It says Twin Go, but everything else is in Chinese. Um, I absolutely hate this thing. I feel like I wasted my money. Now, I needed a lot of the tape runner for this one spread. So that I can understand. But this comes in a 4 pack, and I used up three just to get through this. One, the tape ended up coming off track and I couldn't use it anymore. And then the other ones just ran out so quickly. If you have a small project and you're not going to be using much tape, then this is okay for you. But if you are going to be using a lot of tape or you need this over multiple different products, then this is just not for you. It was not the cheapest item. It wasn't super expensive, but I feel like just for one spread, it was a ridiculous amount of money to pay for a tape runner. It does have a whiteout component to it, so I will keep it for the whiteout. I'm not holding out a great amount of hope that it's going to hold a large amount of whiteout. Lord knows that Bic for whiteout is not my favorite, but these have the ability to be worse. So the next time I need some whiteout, I will use these and we will see how long they will last, but I will not be repurchasing them. Like I said, this is probably a lot more useful if you have a small project. If you just glue down things, you know, one or two items in a planner or a journal every so often, then this might be worth it for you. I will still link it in the description box if anyone wants to check it out, but I can't endorse it. It didn't work that great for me. So, another thing I've thought about to put on my second quarter goals is professional life. So, I kind of have two things tandem going right now. It's starting up a clinical consulting business, and then it's also continuing STEM. Being the director of a STEM program, I also teach the STEM labs. And so I need to set up a system where I can make STEM work for me instead of me working so hard for it. And then also that will free up time for me to dedicate more to the business, really deciding what I'm going to do and how I'm going to go about it. So here I am coming close to the completion of this spread. I hope everyone enjoyed it. I hope you will consider purchasing either stickers from the Dollar Tree or more expensive stickers to start decoratively planning in your planner. I hope you would consider subscribing to help this small channel grow, as well as being kept updated on spreads that I put out in the future. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. You want to try, baby.